Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Yes, we are here with the match reaction from last night's Champions League game against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, where Liverpool came out 3-1 winners. Now, I'm still getting used to everything I kind of want to do and how things are going to go on this channel, so the videos may have different things in every week. I'm not too sure what my style is going to be yet, so just that's a little one there. But and a quick note before we talk about the match, I was going to put the watch along I did on YouTube along with it, but I have the YouTube page up so I can see if anything goes wrong, but I forgot to mute it, so all you could hear is me repeating myself and there's background noise from it, so it's terrible. So that won't be on YouTube, but the next one will on Sunday when we play Fulham, but you can watch it live on YouTube. You're here now if you are here, so yeah, come on Sunday. I'll be about 15 minutes, half hour before the match starts. I'll be started to stream. So yeah, come join me watching Fulham if you can't. Or if you just watch this whilst you watch Fulham. But yeah, anyway, back to the match. What an incredible match in the long run. I'll talk about the first half. Well, we'll look at the team selection, as you can see here. It was a bit random for me. I thought Milner or Henderson, it'd be one or the other with Fabinho in there. Obviously, he went with the midfield three, which hasn't done very well away from home. Henderson did get injured very early on and brought in Fabinho for Henderson. First half, I don't think either team played very well whatsoever. We were cancelling each other out, really. I think it was due to formation. It was exactly the same formation. All the players were pretty much staying exactly where the player on the opposition was playing. So yeah, it was cancelling each other out, but I don't think that was the worst thing about it. I think the worst thing about it was sloppy passing. That was one of the biggest things from both teams. Passes going out for throw-ins, trying to pass through four players to get to your player. So yeah, it was very sloppy first half. Milner was very on the left, and I thought, yeah, he's going to be on the left a bit more because of Gnabry against Robertson, but no, he didn't track back as much as I thought he would, but obviously it did improve in the second half. But first half, obviously, Sadio Mane's goal was absolutely incredible. What a ping from Virgil down to Sadio, a touch, a turn, the awareness to know where players were, and the cheekiest, well-class finish with his weak foot, his left foot, from Sadio Mane. He was great. Once again, he is the man in form. He's probably the most informed player in the Premier League as well. So he is absolutely smashing it. Other first half performances, I think Trent did okay. They did a lot of, Bayern Munich did a lot of long balls to Ribery. He was offside quite a few times, but you could see it was their game plan. I don't think they changed very much from when they played at Anfield. They didn't look like the home team even back at the Allianz Arena. They tried the long balls. And it surprised me that they tried him to Ribery constantly, because Gnabry is the first person this season that I've seen smash Robertson. I know you don't hear people say that, but yeah, he had the best of Robertson at Anfield, and he did for the first half this game as well. But they were passing more to Ribery. It was really surprised me. But Trent did okay. He let him past a few times, and then when he did get the tackle, it wasn't even his defending. It was getting the tackle and then the poor pass after, but that was everyone, to be honest with you. Joel Matip's first half was... You can't have a player, I don't think, who has such a different first and second half. His first half performance was very poor, in my opinion. He was giving away balls. I kept everyone apart from Virgil. He was giving away balls, making silly clearances, silly passes, silly dribbles, and then obviously he goes and scores that own goal. Now, I don't think the own goal was his fault, but when you're trying to clear off your own line pretty much, you don't like stab your foot outwards, you swing your leg. And if you swing your leg and you slice it and it goes into the back of your net, fine. But if you're swinging your leg and it goes out, brilliant. But if you're like poking at the ball, it's going to go in your own net. He didn't swing around at all. Yeah, it is hard. Lewandowski is right there, so maybe trying to get that swing, but you can't blame him fully. Robertson, like he did at Anfield, he fell asleep with Gnabry. He was behind him the whole time. One long ball, he's in. Can't catch up with that guy. He has got pace for days. And yeah, very unfortunate to go 1-0 in at the break. But that, I think it was a good thing that they kind of scored. Because one, obviously we had the away goal. But two, Klopp then saw what was wrong and what we needed to change. Like Firmino, first half, he was terrible. Salah was being marked by 2 or 3 men. And there was a big gap trying to link the defence and the attackers. Fabinho was really deep and the other two are really high or too wide, and there's no link. And we're trying long balls, and you're trying to do long balls to Salah, Mane and Firmino against Saul and Hummels, who are really big and tall. Yeah, you could have done it over the top of them, but because they were sat so far back, even as the home team, the ball would have dropped straight to Neuer, so it didn't really work out. But second half, he obviously told them what to do, what was going wrong, and they listened. Firmino was much better. First 10 minutes, people were losing the ball, but Firmino was much better. Mane was good the whole game before, and Salah was incredible. People were saying he's a one-season wonder still, and he's not scoring. Yeah, he's not going to score 40 goals again. I think he's got 17 in the league. I don't know how many in the Champions League. I don't care who he turns up against. He didn't score against Watford, had an incredible game. He had an incredible game yesterday. The pass on the third goal for Mane was incredible. We'll get back to that goal in a minute though. But yeah, it really, really stepped up. And Joel Matip, especially, for someone who had such a dodgy first half, in the second half he was getting back for tackles. He was winning late headers. He did one header where he was diving towards her own goal and managed to flick it outwards, not even for a corner, back down the pitch. He did get a foul on him, but the difference between the first and second half, the stop of niggly tackles and the stop of silly balls, he just was so much better. Trent, again, much more solid with his passing in the second half. Robertson, Gnabry didn't get past him. He was told, look, Gnabry's getting past you, you've got to look at it. He didn't get as far forward in the second half, but it was better for us, for him not to get forward. And Milner was supporting him on the left. Milner, I think he had a very poor first half. He wasn't anywhere in the game. But second half, he was running his heart out. He was doing the press, which made everyone else press. I thought he had a really good game. Wijnaldum, again, you can't say he was amazing, but you can't say he was terrible. He was average, and that's what we like with Wijnaldum. And Fabinho, once again, making those last-ditch tackles. Like, he got the yellow card for nothing. He came round the back of Hamas, didn't touch him, got a toe poke. Hamas goes down like he's been shot 4 times and broke 4 legs. Incredible. But when it was happening the other way, he was moaning that the players were going down. So yeah, we got on to the second goal just when we needed it. It was weird because if you actually watch some certain replays, depending on where you actually watch the game, Trent was meant to take the corner, and Virgil actually tells Milner to go over, and he scores the goal, and it's a goal that was really needed. It's his first Champions League goal for Liverpool. I don't know if it's his first one for himself in the Champions League. I'm not too sure if he scored with Celtic in the lower tiers of it, during like the qualifiers or such. But yeah, when you spend 75 million on a player and he performs as well as he has, to then start adding goals, and that's 3 goals in 5-6 games now over all competitions for a centre back. That's incredible. So that is exactly what we needed at that time. And they looked knackered. I thought Bayern Munich looked absolutely knackered. Their body language was terrible, and they weren't the home team. The crowd was silent. Some of them started leaving at 2-1, and then Lallana came on, Origi came on, did really well. I thought Lallana played really well again for what he could do. But then Salah gets the ball out wide and cuts in. You think, oh, he's going to go for a shot, and then he just hits it on the outside of his right foot, dinks it straight over the centre-back. He's not a small centre-back, in between the goalkeeper and the centre-back, dinks it over, and another great header for that inform man, Mane. And the second half performance was what you would expect from a top team away from home in the Champions League. It's not an easy place to go. It's a huge stadium. They're a good crowd. It was noisy, and we deafened that in the long run with our football. And the team from first half to second half was chalk and cheese. The first half team is what we've seen a lot in these draws that we've had since Christmas. The second half team is what we saw turn up against Watford and what we saw turn up against Burnley. And that is now, it seems to be, we had the draws when players were injured, blah. And then we got that win at Watford after the draw at United, where we didn't really play how we should have played. Smashed Watford, and then again went to Everton again. We probably shouldn't have changed how we played, but I've mentioned that before. And then we go to Burnley and we turn it on. First half, maybe it's a bit nerves, maybe it's the crowd, maybe it's the occasion. But then the second half, against a big team, and we turn up like we did in the second half, incredible. We need to now carry that on, and it seems to be coming back along. So hopefully we now push that into Fulham, which we should do. And then I believe it's an international break. And then we get players like Joe Gomez back. It's a huge boost. Oxlade-Chamberlain will be back. Huge boost. So yeah, really excited about the Fulham game, and then a few days off for certain players and players coming back. But what can I say? What a win. Let me know down in the comment section, guys, what you thought of the match. And yeah, one thing before we do go, I am not going to do a starting 11 prediction now. I'm going to add that into my pre-match build-up because there's no point doing it separately because I'm doing it so quickly now. Just throw it in at the end of that video. But guys, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to join me for the watch along. There will be a video, the pre-match build-up for Fulham before that, so I will not let you forget. Like the video, subscribe, and see you soon.